I wouldn't know what it's like to hit a dead end. Every project I've ever worked on ends up ahead of schedule and under budget. We always get it right the first time, and we ship it, and it's always perfect. But I could imagine that there are other people that don't have that situation. Actually, nothing could be further from the truth. Every project we've ever done, without exception, you start out with some simple objective. It always seems simple. And then you get into the ugly reality of trying to accomplish that simple objective. And nature is, it's not cruel, but it's very subtle. And inevitably, you're surprised along the way as you try to make things happen. And almost all the surprises are bad surprises. New problems keep cropping up. Things that seem like they should work don't. A simple, elegant idea turns out to have a bunch of ugly facts related to that elegant idea. And no matter how elegant the idea is, the facts win. So you rethink that idea. You try different strategies. You employ different technologies. And as you said, in the end, if it finally works, people think you started with this idea, you went on a straight line and concluded with this product. And in fact, they not only think that, but the way media present it, it reinforces that, because media has a finite amount of time to tell a story. Media has a finite attention span. Nobody wants to hear, literally, the 5 years of frustration that you took taking all the wrong paths. For one thing, no matter how fast you'd speak, if they ask you about this project that took you 5 years, if they really wanted the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, it would take you 5 years to tell it. You'd have to tell all the crazy places. You got on a piece of spaghetti and you ran through every strand of spaghetti in that bowl until you got to the end. They don't want to know all about that spaghetti. They want to know where you started, and as quickly as they can, they want to know the result and how it can affect them. So we all, as a matter of course, when asked about how we do anything in our lives, we start with some big thought. We might tell a few of the funny incidental side paths, but then in a finite amount of time, an interview, a book, we get to the conclusion people want. At best, with a couple of references to a little side path here or there. As a consequence of all of that, people begin to think that, oh, some inventor, in fact, really starts with a big idea, runs along a line, gets to the conclusion, ships it off, and starts the next idea, when in fact, at least in my case, you jumped in the spaghetti bowl, you crawled over every strand in that bowl. Some of them you'll swear you covered at least 5 times. And then if you finally ever emerge at the other end where you wanted to be, which does sometimes happen, but it's rare, instantly you forget about all that spaghetti in the bowl. You bask for a moment in the victory of getting where you wanted to be. The story gets told as a little quip, and you move on. And the great myth that it was a straight line is unintentionally, I think, supported by that event. The most consistent characteristic I've ever seen of people that succeed is that they never give up. They work and they work and they work and they fail, not once in a while, but they fail way, way, way more often than most people fail, because they are trying to do something that other people haven't done yet. And when you try to do something that hasn't been done, when you haven't been given the roadmap, because no roadmap exists yet, you're obviously going to make more mistakes and take more wrong turns than anybody that likes to travel with a map. So those people that go out and try to do new and different things fail way more often than the people that don't. It doesn't matter, however, because once they succeed, they hand all of us the map. And then we enjoy the benefits of all their failures, and they move on to trying to solve the next problem.